It is always nothing except for a sheer delight to recognize different traits of who you are, because I spend a lot of time not even knowing who I am, which is I think just a super duper regular human thing. So I like to try and listen and pay attention to myself when I catch certain behaviors or dispositions and listen to myself and watch what I have going on, and my actions will inform me of what kind of person that I am when I just watch what I do. Let me demonstrate. Because what's happened just now is I'm a little bit stressed because I have one shot to make this basically. Because time is limited, and then after this, I gotta go into Resonite, and there's some filming there that I want to get done, and then I want to chillax before work in the morning, and so to get my timeline going, I have this is the video I'm gonna make, and I get one shot at it. If it's gonna take too long, then game over, no video, because I have to, get one shot at this. And it's just been very important to me, so I went, and I even did my little meditation thing, because I do that frequently, to map out what are we going to say in the video. And by the way, this is not even what I thought I was going to say. I had two options of what to do in this video, and then I pressed the record button, and then this is something else entirely. I just can't take myself anywhere, I swear. But I could feel within me that getting videos, and more than one video, out today was very important for timeline reasons, because next month there's stuff in Resonite going on. I just got plans in motion, and then just things I had to it was very important that I film, and I didn't ask myself too much about that. I was like, okay, well then let's make that happen. So I was setting up just now, and I got to the world that I was satisfied with for today, and I was getting the camera in order. You have to turn on that you want auto level for the settings in the camera and stuff. And I was getting it all set up, and I had this most clear moment that this is who I am. Part of it, at least. And clearly, I've been making videos for a while, but I have cultivated the manner of life where it's important enough to me to be able to make videos by just that's how I express myself or whatever it is. And it was so fun. For just that golden moment, watching myself get the camera ready to film exactly this video. And then I had that thought of oh, look at him, he's such just a little camera lad, wants to make videos and do his thing, and it's just really important, so we're gonna let him do his thing, let the Panther Man cook, as they say. And it was so cool. It was, and then I recognized that the thought was happening, and then it went away. So that's a that's a bummer. But in that little moment, when I was watching myself perform the behaviors which came so natural to me, to the point where anything else standing in the way was just agitating me, and the idea of playing games was agitating me, and the idea of having a few drinks was agitating me, because that's behavior I would typically follow through on, got after work, and then these are all just the habits that I've built into that I can, spend my time in these certain ways, and then tomorrow will happen, and then I go to work, I come back, and then I just more of whatever it is that I typically do. All of the things that I would typically do to wind down, were just causing me tremendous agitation, because all I wanted to do was start filming, because I knew time is limited and I can if I just go for it. And it's well, I don't have too much time. And it's you have enough time. Go. You will not have time if you worry about it. So just go, right? And so I went, and then I saw it happen. And it was so cool. I'm so happy for me, even though it doesn't always feel like me, because I saw it happen. So there's the I, there's the it. So if I'm happy that the camera, there's a whole lot of conversation to happen there, and I don't know which direction to take it. So I'm not going to take it to any direction. I just wanted to say how happy I am to have noticed that behavior of myself, because usually I don't pay attention to those things. I try to listen to myself, but that's a little different than watching yourself, I think. And eh, eh. Watching myself notwithstanding, I did say earlier that there were two things that I had in mind to talk about today. So I'm going to share both of those ideas with you in like 1 or 2 sentences forms, and then I'll decide which one to carry on with, because we only have time in this video for one of the 2 options. So here's what those 2 options were. One of them was going to be a discussion on how I've fallen into what type of content is important for me to make and what the thought process is behind that. And that is 100% not the video I want to make today. So we're going to go with option 2. And option 2, you've sort of already seen. Because as I was thinking about option 1, which all day at work today, I was thinking about option 1, and you'll get that video when the time comes. But I was not in the video space earlier today. I was just really agitated, a lot of things going on. And I was thinking through, okay, how can we get rid of this agitation energy so I can start making the video that I had wanted to do back when I was thinking about option 1. Whew, boy. And as I have spoken of on this channel in the past somewhere, is basically just that making videos puts me in a good mood. I love making videos. But I have to make a video to become in a good mood to then make a video, so I can't do that, but it only works if it's all part of the video, and it's the weirdest thing. So, an introduction of just, I want to tell you about my day or something, to allow the beginning of the video to be what the beginning of the video needs, get out your thoughts or whatever, and then after your brain has settled, because you got rid of all of that excited energy that was going on, whether you were happy about something, and this video began where I was happy because I had witnessed behavior of myself. I had a lot of happy energy. So I had to tell that story in order to clear my head, so then I would have no more thoughts in my head, and it's rare for me to have thoughts in my head or no thoughts in my head. I don't know what's going on in my head, even a little bit. But it's only after these thoughts exit my head, so if you're too excited, be excited. If you're really upset, for some reason, then just go ahead and like be frustrated, try and like express that in a constructive way. But basically it's just allowing those thoughts to exist to then clear room for everything else is the premise for what I'm about to share with you, which we're going to do right now. And the origin of this thought comes from I have a hard time taking breaks really frequently, because like I frequently have a hard time taking breaks is what I meant to say. Just because I have a lot of drive, like go energy, gotta go fast, make a video, proceed into that good future, always gotta be productive, and it's just those general thoughts that don't tend to help me very much. And it's hard when all of what society says is be productive, and if you're taking too much time off, then what are you doing? And other people are gonna get further ahead than you, or you're falling behind, and all of this energy and the rush of life to go, go, go. And I had the hardest time for the longest time taking breaks because it just felt like I'm being lazy or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do or I'm being selfish somehow. And that always was my mentality towards taking a break, is I just didn't like it. I didn't know how to do it. But we'll step away from breaks for a second, because that's less applicable, because earlier we were talking about this video, and I couldn't get out my video energy, and how I had to film the introduction to get out my happy story, so then I didn't have happy energy and I could just finish the video, right? Like the introduction had to happen for emotional reasons to then emotionally free myself up to be able to tell this part of the story. That was the process I described. That's what the video is that you've seen so far. So too is it that you would have to take a break to then be able to resume working, because you take a break to make yourself more able to work at the correct levels of efficiency desired. And if you work all the time and then you just fall apart, well, you're not doing a very good job. And then so you have to take breaks to a certain point to then be able to continue working and do a good job. In both of these instances, taking breaks and working and filming a video's intro to then be more emotionally accessible for filming the rest of the video, these are 2 activities, make a video and go to work, that have a prerequisite. You have to be rested in order to go to work at the proper efficiency, and you have to film the introduction to a video in order to make the remainder of the video with appropriate efficiency. I could have delayed making the introduction and just said, no, Phineas Former, you don't get to be happy right now. Time is limited. You have to just start talking about your video. You don't have time to be happy. that is something that my head would do and has done. My head is a strange place and not very friendly all of the time. Uh, but we don't have time to be happy. We gotta go fast. Is something that apparently actually happens, and that is not something that is. Phineas, come on. What I'm trying to say though is if film, video, and go to work at proper levels of efficiency both have the prerequisites of film and introduction or get the adequate amount of rest, the overarching action is still making a video or getting work done. That's still what you're doing when you do the prerequisite for an action which is intended. You can bundle it kind of all together. In order to make the video I wanted to make, I have to make the introduction, so all of it becomes the video. So too with taking a break before going to work, or like I have to study so much, and it's not a one-to-one necessarily, but I think that there's something interesting there to be considered, and it's one of the things, kind of like not necessarily a gymnastic, but that's a block of thought that I think there's something to it, and if I had more time to talk more about it, I would. But I'm out of time for this video. So hopefully you liked that thought. I wish that I had more time, but unfortunately, I don't, because I have just I'm a video boy. I've got so much video to do, and I'm gonna go to Resonite because I have a house now. I'm gonna go film a video a little bit about my house and get ready for tomorrow in Resonite. It's gonna be a big day. So I gotta go. I hope that you like this video, and I hope that when I watch this video that I like this video, but I feel like I liked this video. So those those are my thoughts about work and prerequisite activities, bundling into part of the activities. So you can view work like, I don't want to take a break, I have too much to do. But if you need to take a break to stop yourself from falling apart, taking a break can be part of work. So you're working, and that makes taking a break easier to do, is kind of where the thought goes. Okay, bye guys.